Hey guys, Laura with Garden Answer. We are here in Philadelphia today at the Philadelphia Flower Show, and it is amazing. So the Espoma company brought us over here to come see the show, to go to their facility and check that out. It's been an amazing trip, but this flower show is the absolute cherry on top. I'm totally inspired. 10 acres of show. There are over 50 gardens in here, several hundred vendors. So I just want to show you guys around. Come take a look. So it took them 3 days to construct this bridge. There was nothing here, just concrete floor. Can you believe that? I mean, they built up all the pavers, the soil, all of these tulips. Just take a look at all of these colors, and they're all beautiful. So everything in here, pretty much everything was forced to come into bloom a little bit early for the show. I also wanted to show you the top of this bridge here. They've got vertical planting here. So they've got moss, succulents, there's some eucalyptus branches stuck in there, but it spans, it goes every other tile all the way, the whole width of the bridge. And we actually were able to get on top of the bridge earlier and get some great shots. Right through here, you guys are gonna be amazed. So check this out. It's a tunnel of basically what they are kokedama, upside down kokedama is what it looks like. I don't know exactly how they did it, but it's like little purple moss balls with, there's roses in some of them, there's dried hydrangeas in some of them, but they suspended just, I don't even know how many hundred or thousands of those things, but it's meant to create kind of a tunnel effect. So the theme of the show is Holland, and you can clearly tell that. There are windmills all throughout the whole show. There are clogs, there are bulbs galore. There are also bicycles are kind of a theme through the show I'm seeing. So the whole event is put on by the Pennsylvania Horticulture Society, and with the money that's raised from this event from ticket sales, it all goes back to the community. And it's just an amazing thing. I can't believe the amount of work that goes into this. They have over 4,000 volunteers, and I would imagine they would need it for this type of show. So let's head this direction. I want to show you some displays. I love this one because it feels like a meadow. And I talked to the gal who was responsible for forcing on the perennials, and she told me about how they did it, how they got all of these plants ready, and it's just really amazing. So they put them into cold storage early, like earlier than normal, so that the plants think that they're going into winter, and then they gradually bring them out, introduce them to some heat, and they put heat mats under them, and they get them to bloom, like the echinaceas and the astilbes, the grasses. All of these things have been forced, and just meticulous care to get them in this prime condition for the show. So it looks like this one was done by Burke Brothers, which is a landscape design and building company, and you can tell they did an absolutely fabulous job. They've got like little, vignettes here, a little seating area, and then it goes around to a little picket fence with a gate, a little gazebo with a seating area. Just fantastic. I think this one though, right over here, this one's my favorite. The thing I love about this garden is the espalier trees. There's a boxwood kind of, that's really neat. It looks like a wibbly wobbly hedge. Absolutely beautiful. What I love about this garden especially are the espalier trees. You can see on the sides that they've got it framed in. I think they're either hornbeam or beech. I can't get close enough to tell, but I just really like it. And normally I like a really formal garden that has more, has an English feel to it. This one's very modern, but there's something about it that is just, it's excellent. So the backside of the Stony Bank Nurseries display has a really cool arch. I think it's Snow Fountains cherry. Look at that, it's in full bloom. And it's just amazing. I love all the shaped, sculpted trees. Very beautiful. So there's something about this garden that I really like. And so you see that the door has got that purplish pink, I don't know what you would call it, but then you've got the pink blooming trees behind the fence, the pink tulips right here in the center, and then you come here and you've got pink erica. So you've got like this avenue of color that draws, it draws together. It pulls the whole thing together to me. So you can have these more kind of red toned tulips on the side, and for some reason it doesn't fight. It works so beautifully, and it's such a beautiful avenue to look at right here. This next one is an engineering feat. Look at this bicycle fountain. How they got this thing set up in the first place, and then how they got it to run without splattering everywhere, I have no idea. It's amazing. I also love, you can look at any one of these displays, like I just talked about the color in the last one. You can see the orange artwork in the bridge, as well as the orange bikes, orange tulips. So there's something that's unifying the whole space, and it's just amazing. I love this one because look at the colors of tulips. Those are so my colors. I love it. The whites, pinks, purples, it looks very pleasing. Also the Artemisia here, that blue texture, or blue color with that texture, that ferny texture with the bold and weightiness of the tulips is just, it's like a match made in heaven. I just love it. Okay, and then this over here is like a tunnel of orchids. It's the most amazing thing you'll about ever see. So every single one of these galvanized buckets has an orchid in it. And then it's just lined with orchids. So I know that the Phalaenopsis is not like the most rare orchid, but this is my favorite color in the entire display. Ooh, these are really pretty too. Trying not to touch things. It's really hard for me. Oh, those two. So there's a little shop right in the center here where you can buy herbs, perennials, succulents, cactus, and then there's also some Horticulture Society stuff in there, like merchandise. And then toward the center here, there's a couple more really neat displays. This one's set up like a dollhouse. I walked by it and instantly like nostalgia from childhood when you see this type of dollhouse. This display has the windmill and a boat, but it's got a fountain coming out the front there. That's really clever. There's so much that goes into each one of these spaces, each one of these gardens, and really talented people, designers, really talented plant people. It's amazing to me. I come to something like this and I realize how much I have to learn. Really neat design here. We've got willow, like a willow basket weave kind of architecture going on here. Really talented designer here. Kind of got a modern look to it, but it looks very serene and peaceful. As far as color goes, so like my favorite, I don't know if I can say I have a favorite. I really like the one with the espalier in it. They're all so beautiful. I really like this one in terms of color and design, just because it's really balanced and I like that. I like the color blocking of the tulips here. I really like the trees. So it's a faux bottom and then it's a willow branch arrangement up there on the top. I took pictures of that because I think I could utilize that idea at the garden center. This one also has bikes over the bridge and they're running. Like, look at that. There's clogs and they're moving. So it gives this display movement, which is awesome. So if you don't have a water feature or something like that, some kind of movement to just like, I don't know, draw your eye in, that really works wonderfully. This actually has water underneath it. But I think this was to replicate like the Dutch canal system with willow trees. So really great job. So in this section here, like to my left and to my right, it's all entries by individuals. So they're all different categories and they're all judged. So there's just a bunch of really neat plants. There's some that I recognize, some that I don't, some that I'm adding to my list because I love them. There's also a bonsai section that's amazing. And I wish I could show you guys everything. There's just so much in this building right here. You guys really, this is like a bucket list thing. You really should come and check this out because it's amazing. I love that. I've done a book planter before, but I didn't think about both sides, nor did I think about adding my own text and kind of recreating what the book was. That's really cool. So there's like a once upon a time theme, you know, more fairy tale. I've done mine in old garden encyclopedias before.
You know, try to show like a day like today. These are the days, the colder months are really when birds love coming to feeders because a lot of other food is just covered up and they just can't get to it.
So anyway, thank you guys so much for hanging out and seeing what the Philadelphia Flower Show is like. Of course, this is just a fraction of what's going on around here. There's tons of stuff. There's people attending classes. I just heard an announcement for butterflies being released in one of the rooms so you can interact with live butterflies. It's just amazing. I just am really loving it. So if you can't make it this year, be sure to add it to your list for next year. And again, thank you guys for watching and we will see you in the next video. Bye.